A Universal Time 2.8. The update we've been waiting for so long that I turned into a tree. Well, guess what? It's finally, finally releasing. There's literally so much to see, so let's just get right into it. Also, I don't have a background footage because the game is closed, so we're just gonna have to use this one. Sorry. Okay, so first off, we have 3 new abilities. The Vessel, Sorcerer Killer, and the King of Curses, which is basically Toji, Sukuna, and Yuji. So, let's start off with Sukuna, the King of Curses. It's gonna have domain expansion and a lot more. The game didn't open yet, so I'm not gonna be able to give that much information. But the obtainment methods are here. You can kill a boss to get a drop, or you could get it through the gacha system. And now we have Toji Fushiguro, Sorcerer Killer. This is one of my personal favorite ones. It's gonna have a lot of cool moves from the anime, but they also didn't give that much information about the moves. So let's talk about the obtainment. Again, you can kill the same boss to get a drop, or you can also craft it through the gacha system. And now Yuji Itadori, the Vessel. One of the most important things with this ability is going to be the Black Flash. It's going to be really OP and it's going to have a crazy cutscene. But other than that, you have to kill the Vessel boss, or you can craft it through the gacha system. And with that being said, we also have 2 new Boundless Tower maps. One being Shibuya District and the second being Subway Area. Okay, so for 2 reasons, I'm really excited about these 2 maps. First being that we weren't able to play Boundless Towers at all, and the second being that we only had 1 map, so it's gonna have a lot more diversity and it's gonna be amazing. I also have great news for the PvPers. The game modes have been returned, and not just in a normal way. They revamped the whole 1v1s, 2v1s, and even the Boundless Towers. So it's gonna have a lot more features and it's just going to be all amazing, and I'm just really excited to make videos about it. And with the game mode revamp, we're also going to be seeing the stats menu. So you're going to be able to see how many games you won, how many you lost, what's your elo, and a lot more that we will see in the game. And now, if we get deeper to these changes, let's start off with the Boundless Tower rework. So the waves are pretty much going to be the same, but one crucial thing about the new update is that you're going to be able to skip the waiting time in the waves. It's going to be vote based, but it's still really good. And we are introduced to a new system, floors. Now every 10 waves you complete, you're gonna be increasing by 1 floor, and every time you increase a floor, the map will randomly change. The base one will however be the metro, but the other ones will come randomly. And there are of course some general changes about the game modes. You can pause the video to read these because they are actually quite important. Like, you will see now red highlights on the last 3 enemies left alive so that you know where to kill them and you just don't waste your time. And the balance towers has been completely rewritten and other stuff like that. You can just pause the video here. And if we get deep to the PvP game modes rework, 1v1s, 2v1s have been completely rewritten and they're gonna be completely new now. And if you wanna play 2v2s, you're gonna have to at least 2 party members. So if you don't have any friends, I'm sorry man, you're just gonna not play. And finally, we're gonna have some insane new maps for the 1v1s. I hope. Also, quick note that the AFK world has now been removed. For some reason, I don't know. And now the Universal Time the boss, the Mahagora. Yeah. Okay, but jokes aside, this is going to be a heck of a boss. We're finally getting the 8-handled sword Divergent Scylla Divin General Mahagora. Finally. It's gonna spawn globally every 1.5 hours from 12 AM in the Shibuya district. It's gonna give one of these drops, but they didn't give the chances, so it's completely random. And one of the most crucial things about this new update is that we're gonna have a lot of new bosses, one of them being the Sorcerer Killer. It's gonna give some of these random items, and it spawns right here every 45 minutes. Another one is the Vessel. It's gonna give some of these random drops, and it's gonna spawn right here every 45 minutes. One more is the strongest in history. It's gonna give you some of these random items, and it's going to be spawned here every hour. And one of the last ones is the strongest of today. It's gonna give one of these random items and it's going to be spawning right here every 30 minutes. And here are some images of them, which are really good looking, honestly. Okay, we also have some unimportant changes, like the new Game Pass, Smart Assistants. This basically allows you to interact with any UI with just the menu clicks. And you can pause the video to see how it works, but I don't really care, so One other thing is a new emote pack, which I'm not gonna be buying because I am poor, so subscribe to make me feel better. But if you're interested, you can definitely pause the video to see all these. And as well as a new mythical trait adaptation. Okay, now the most important thing in this whole update, a new system called Subpowers. Okay, so what are Subpowers? Well, I have absolutely no idea.
Subpowers are a new progression system introduced into AUT. Subpowers serve as subspecs that you add onto your currently existing moveset. You can pair
Okay, I am not reading that, I am not listening to that. It's basically just a better and improved haki system. And you should note that the old haki system is going to be removed and converted into these new subpowers. I'm not gonna be able to go so much depth into this system because I don't really have much of an idea and I'm not willing to understand it in one night, and it's like 1 AM for me right now, so I am not reading all that, man. But if you have more than 3 brain cells and you are willing to understand it, here are some pictures of the subpowers. If you don't want to see these, just skip ahead. And then there's the new system called the Mastery, which is a progression system. As you level up, you grow your mastery, and when you hit a certain number of mastery, you unlock some buffs, new moves, and even new movesets. And note that this mastery is completely separate from expansions, they do not relate. And not all the abilities will have the mastery. So now I am going to show you guys the abilities that have the mastery perks. Okay, so those were all the masteries. Now, they did optimize the game a lot better, but they kind of just yapped in the update log, so I'm not going to show you guys that. But they also added some new items, skins, and titles, so I'm going to be showing them, and then we'll talk again. So those are pretty much all the new things. I'll still try to make a new video when the update comes, but the rest are just unimportant miscellaneous changes and bug fixes. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to offer for you guys in this video. Hope you enjoyed, and see you.